Hey there, welcome to Mat with Handweights, the class where we're going to be spending the next 20 to 25 minutes working on our arms with our hand weights. I'll sneak a little extra ab work in there though for you. We're going to start standing. We have a lot to do, so let's get started. All right, stand with your feet about hips distance apart. Before we start working on the arms, we want to make sure we have a really good, solid foundation. So up through your feet, a little tone through the belly, lengthen down through the tailbone, and you're standing in your neutral spine position. So rib cage over your hips, shoulders over your rib cage. Hold your weights in your hands down by your side, and then let the right weight, even if it's a light weight like 2 pounds, let the right weight pull you over into a side bend. You can imagine that weight is much heavier than it is. Now to come upright, do it from your rib cage. So your goal here is to stack your rib cage back up and over your pelvis. And then go to the other side. And then stack it up over your pelvis. Try that a few more times. Really keeping the initiation of that coming back up to top from the rib cage. And just one more. And go ahead and come up. All right, we're going to start with the arm series. Just one rule. Well, there are 2 rules. Breathe. And if at any point you're starting to get any shoulder or neck tension, I want you to take a quick break, do some shoulder rolls, and then hop back in. Because if you work through that tension and muscle through the series, it's not going to be very effective. We're going to start with our arms up like this, shoulder blades on the back. Keep those shoulders down away from the ears and pulse your arms up 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now press your arms open into the goalpost position, and you're still pressing back even though you can't open anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now arms up overhead till the weights click, and then pull down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let your arms rest by your side. Couple shoulder rolls. Okay, we're going to do that series again, and I'm going to tack on an extra arm exercise at the end. We're ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Press them open. Remember, keep them actively pressing back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arms up, click. Bring it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Remember the pull. 8, 9, 10. Arms up overhead. Lower the weights behind your head. Elbows are pointing up towards the ceiling, kind of diagonally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arms down. Roll out those shoulders. Here we go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Press open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arms up. Pull it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arms up, back to triceps. Ready to lift those weights. Don't use any momentum. 1, 2, 3. Nice and controlled. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Leave your arms up overhead. Scoot your weights a little bit more forward though. Shoulders down. I just had to remind myself. Now squeeze your elbows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arms down. We're going to do one more round before we come to go down to the mat. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Press it open and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arms up. Pull it down. 1, 2, 3. Those weights are getting heavier. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Arms up, weights back, elbows pointing up. 1, 2, no momentum. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Move those weights forward. Make sure your shoulders are down and squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last one, you can do it. Keep those elbows squeezed in. Pulse up. 1, 2, 3. Elbows are still squeezing. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arms down. Roll them out. And now I ask myself, why do I do that to myself and you? It's good. It's good for your chest muscles. All right, we're going to go down to the mat. Lie down on your back. Knees are bent. Get those weights right back up towards the ceiling. We want to keep them heavy. Shoulder blades down on the floor. And then bend your elbows, lowering your weights down by your ears. And then lift the weights back up towards the ceiling. And then down by your ears. So this shouldn't feel too hard muscularly, but what I want you to do is try to keep your elbows in this exact same spot as you straighten and bend, and you don't have to straighten all the way. And it's really hard because those elbows aren't touching anything, they're just in the air. And we're trying to keep them stable. Keep going. Again, you don't have to get up to straight arms. All right, 2 more. Next time, go all the way up to straight arms. Shoulder blades still on the mat. Take a great big inhale. Fill your rib cage up, front, sides, and back. And then as you exhale, squeeze your ribcage in like an accordion, getting that ribcage down on the mat, and reach your arms towards the wall behind you. Now to return your arms towards the ceiling, I want you to initiate it from the ribcage. So exhale, ribcage down even more. Let that encourage the arms to start coming back up. Big inhale, filling up your ribcage. Exhale, squeeze your ribcage like an accordion, nicely. And reach back. And then let your next exhale guide your arms back towards the ceiling. Let's try that a couple more times. Next time your arms are towards the ceiling, you can stay there. Hug a tree is next. Slowly start opening your arms out to your sides. And we want to come on down. We want to eventually get our arms all the way down on the floor. But we want to do it in a really rounded shape, not straight. So as you're opening your arms, first you're going to make sure the backs of your shoulders are on the mat. Keep opening. And then you're going to bring your upper arms down to the mat first. Your elbows and forearms and hands are still lifted. It's like we're articulating down our arm, just like we do in bridges with our spine. Really slow it down. The slower you go, the more challenging it will be. And eventually, you'll feel the backs of your hands on the floor. This exercise is called Hug a Tree for a reason. The image to use is that you are wrapping your arms around a tree, giving it a hug. So just keep that in mind. That will create that rounded shape. All right, we're gonna go back up. Slowly start peeling your hands up off the floor, and then your wrists, and then getting into the forearms. And go slow. I'm going to be quiet for a little bit so you can really focus on this. Again, the slower you go, the better. And when you do get to the top, you can open back out. Let those weights press your hands down and try to resist. Take all the time you need to get those arms all the way open. When you are open, just take your knees side to side. It's just a nice little transitional thing to do while we wait. All right, bring your knees back to center and then straighten your legs out long. Take your weights to your sternum, so the center of your chest. And then we're going to do a roll up. So first get those feet really flexed, get those thighs pressing down towards the floor, and then tuck your chin towards your chest, lengthen through your neck. Start rolling up to sitting. If you get stuck, reach your arms out long. Continue. When you can, bring your hands back to your sternum. All right, now going down is the weights are going to be pressing on you. So try your best to go as slow as you can. That's where the challenge is. And keep reaching your heels towards the wall in front of you. Try to bring your sacrum down before your low back down before your mid back, so on and so forth. Once your shoulders touch down, you can start lowering your head down. We're going to try that again. Remember, if you get stuck, straighten those arms. Here we go. And when you're ready to start rolling down, go for it. One more time up. And once you get up to sitting, you can go ahead and stay. Bend your knees, bring your heels to the floor in front of you. We want to try to keep this bend in our knees. We don't want our knees to slip to a straight position. Bring the weights to your sternum. Exhale, roll back about halfway. And then stop. Then you're going to twist to your right and open your arms out like you're going to give a hug. Here we go. Come back to center. Twist to your left. Back to center. Right. Center. Left. Center. Stop here. Roll it up. Sit up nice and tall. All right, let's do it again. You can roll down to a different part. You can either go down lower or stay up a little bit higher, your choice. Wherever you feel those core muscles working hard. This time, twist to the left first. As you're twisting, keep even weight in those heels. Keep those knees pointing straight up. They shouldn't be shifting side to side. 2 more. Back to center. Control your spine as you roll up all the way. All right, lie down on your right side. And your knees can be bent to any amount that's comfortable. And now for these, you can choose just one weight. If you're using smaller weights like 1 or 2 pounds, you might want to do both weights at the same time, so you can adjust that for yourself. First, lengthen your top hip away from you, so you bring yourself into that neutral spine position. And then take your weight or weights. I'm going to go for 1. Plug your elbow in at your side. Keep your wrist straight. No bending. And then hinge this arm open. And release it down. So the work is coming from behind your shoulder, not your forearm. And a little tip to help with that is to hold the weight with the loosest grip possible. Right behind the shoulder is engaging to rotate your humerus, your arm, your big arm bone, upper arm bone, in the shoulder socket. Now, this is going to get harder and harder. You'll notice that weight's going to get heavier towards the end. When you feel like you can't do any more, try 1 more. Give it your best shot. And then you can switch into the other side. And depending on your weight and the strength you have in the back of your shoulder, everyone will last differently. So as soon as you're done, just go over to the other side. Oh, there's my last one. Now, don't be surprised if the second side feels different. So you can, again, adjust the weights for yourself, holding either 1 or 2. Stack those hips. Plug your elbow into your arm. That elbow stays in. And wrist straight. Loose grip. And we're not lifting our arm towards the ceiling, we're rotating it. And just like before, when you feel like you can't do any more, do 1 more. And then you can take a little rest. If you know any shoulder stretches, those would be good to do. All right, I'm going to transition up to sitting. You take as long as you need. For the next series, you can sit on the floor or you can sit up in a chair. As long as you're sitting up nice and tall on those sits bones and you have your tall neutral spine strong and ready to go. So we're going to bring the weights out to our sides, palms up, shoulders down, chest open without popping the ribs forward, and pulse up 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now pulse back, but as you do, don't press your rib cage forward. We're staying in neutral. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 little circles each direction. You can count your own. Try to make them all the same size. Keep those weights up to shoulder height. So weights stay up, shoulders stay down. When you're done with all 10 circles in each direction, flip your palms forward and do it all again, pulsing up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pulse back, watch that rib cage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 little circles each direction. Keep those arms lifting. And I'm sorry, but we have one more set to do. Flip your palms down and pulse up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pulse it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Circles, 10 in each direction. Give it your best shot. This is our last thing. Whenever you're done, you can put your weights down. All right, a couple quick shoulder stretches for you. Take your right arm and reach it across your body. So you're reaching over to the left side of your space. And then take your left arm up, hook it around, pull your left arm towards you. So you're going to get that stretch in the upper right arm and shoulder. And just let that right arm relax, but keep that left arm actively pulling in. And then we'll try the other side. So left arm reaches across your foot towards the right side of your room. Left arm comes up from underneath. Right arm, your left arm is reaching to the right. Your right arm comes up and pulls your left arm in towards you, or presses your left arm in towards you. So you should feel that in the upper left arm. Good, and go ahead, release. Take your hands to their shoulder and make some nice big elbow circles. The biggest circles you can make. Even if your shoulders hike up towards your ears, even if your rib cage moves, even if your pelvis moves. Reverse it. And 2 more. And then your arms can rest. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I will see you next time. Bye.